Greetings everyone and welcome back to Xcom Chimera Squad, where in the last episode we managed to unlock Mastercraft pistols, and I am very eager to test those out. However, we're only taking the least shooty of the two people who use pistols. I know it's not exactly the best timing, but I really want to get free reloads set up for Blue Blood. So that's going to take 5 days. He's going to be out of action, but we do now have Terminal back on the team, so we have a dedicated healer. Now, in the end of the last episode, we were looking through the available options for us, and I decided that we were probably going to go for slow burn to pick up the the epic shotgun. We are not going to go for Lost and Found, and part of the reason why we're not going there is so that the District Unrest will be building up on a location where on Friday we will pull down the unrest by 2 no matter what. Now, odds are we're probably going to have to address the unrest there before Friday, but we'll see how this one goes. Now, the enemy are going to have shredder ammo, but we don't really rely on armor that has, or rather on armor as a means of keeping our soldiers healthy. We try to avoid them being shot rather than having to bank on armor making the shots hurt less. So that shouldn't be a big concern for us, but you know, it's still an advantage that the enemy have. Now, we do have a rather nice scope to take into this one. Do we have a better weapon for you, perhaps? Oh, well, we don't. That's a bit of a shame. Or, well, Verge spends most of their time not using a scope, or rather not using their weapon, so I'm a little bit less inclined to give them that. Now, what we are going to need to do is make all items available. There we go. And with that, we should have quite a lot of things, actually. We could go for a superior laser sight. Well, maybe we'll have a think about that one. I'll give you a basic scope. I think that should be fine. And maybe laser sight. Yeah, superior laser sight. We'll give you that. The Medi patch there will keep hold of that one. First reaction fire taken against the agent each turn will miss. I mean, that is not a bad one. But I think I'm going to give you Mac Weave so that you can dodge more shots. We also obviously want the turncoat grenades and the trank rounds. Not that I'm hoping Verge is going to be doing a lot of shooting here. With Terminal, we again probably going to spend a lot of time using your particular ability with Safeguard and healing more than anything else. So, though that being said, again, it's kind of banking on not needing it. So we'll hope for that one. Now, Guardian is particularly strong with Terminal, so I'm going to give you the superior stock. As for this, I mean, I don't really think the Adrenal Weave is particularly useful for you, so I'm not really sure about that one. I could send you in with the Target Analyzer or the Holoscanner. I guess Holoscanner will do. As for these, once again, trank rounds, we are going to want... As for the grenades, I mean, I wouldn't mind grabbing another turncoat grenade, honestly. But that's less useful against machines, so we'll grab the shock grenade. And I guess the nano med kit? I suppose. Yeah, because we can't have more than one grenade type. Which seems, you know, intentionally annoying, but oh well. Yeah, we'll take the shock grenade and we'll take the nano med kit, I guess. There's not much else we can do there. It looks like everyone else is reasonably well set up. We've got 3 turncoat grenades in total, and I'm completely on board with that. As for breach item, though, rather armor item, yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and try and grab you another Mac Weave. Let's go and do that quickly. There we go. Womp. That will do nicely. Let's get you set up with that. Get that extra little bit of dodge there. And with that, I think we're ready to make our move. Okay, slow burn, very difficult. Repel point and a door. There's only one encounter here. Grey Phoenix units have armor, shredding, ammo. Shouldn't be too much of a problem, especially if there's only one entry point, that, or rather one projected breach point. We may find that this mission is a nice and easy one.
Informant came through. Hostiles at this location have a special weapon.
Marvelous. Okay. I mean, it's not good that they've got that special weapon, but it'll be good when we've got it. Fleet-footed, all units enter here get 3 mobility, all units through here get 50 dodge, all units entering here get 25 aim. Enemies deal 1 less damage during the breach. Well, for 1 round, during the breach, I'm going to say let's get Cherub in first, followed up then by Verge. Then next in will be Torque, and then finally Terminal. I think that will be a nice setup there. Odds are most of the breach abilities are not going to be as useful for us. But we will see. It would be better if they lasted the entire engagement, obviously. But for those things that only affect us during the breach, it's unclear whether that's really going to be that useful. Now, the Cobra is the only one that looks like they're going to be going for Cherub. Got some good shots that we could take here. Some very good shots. The Necromancer is a problem. Is a deep concern. I believe you're likely to take a shot at Cherub, but I am actually going to go for the Necromancer, I think. Yeah. Take the shot. Let's just see what we can do. There we go. Nice bit of damage there. Now, the Adder over here is going to take a shot at Verge. I could go ahead and lift them out of this. That might be something to go for. Alternatively, we could take the shot on the Necromancer and just remove them. Go for it. There we go. Critical. Now we don't need to do any more damage to the Necromancer, and we know the Necromancer is almost certainly going to be removed. Well, actually, I guess we could then. In this case, we'll remove it, and it won't get a shot off on Torque. Okay. Sure. Pop. That is 1 enemy down for the count. Now the Hitman is going to take a shot. We've got the Adder over there. Cobra, not as much of a concern, but let's go for the Adder. We'll bring them into killing range. There we go. Everyone taking a bit of damage here. It is a bit of a potch, but overall, I'm reasonably happy with that engagement.
I see the target.
Now, who be the target? Target be the... What kind of enemy are you? It's not actually telling me. Let's see if I can hover over them. Ah, there we are. So just a trooper. Okay. Well, first and foremost, let's drop a kinetic shield. And I'm actually going to drop it on Cherub so the Cherub can start shooting a bit better. So let's go with that.
Now that's protection.
Thank you. Next up, turncoat grenade. Because this is going to be glorious. Hit all 3 of them there. Yeah, let's go for all 3. Right there. That's going to be an amazing turncoat grenade. Now it removes all of them from the turn order as well. There we go.
Expunging target.
Good. They're sharing out the damage. Oh, that's brilliant. That is going to make it so much easier for us to deal with them. So much easier. This Adder is going to get a turn before Verge. The Hitman we don't need to worry about. Can we remove the Adder? Is the next question. Also, we might as well use team up, frankly. So, Torque, you're going to be up in the queue. So use team up there. Now, can we get that Adder out of the equation nice and fast? Yes, we're guaranteed to take them down with a 5 to 6. As long as we hit, which is at 89, it's a reasonable chance. There we go.
Hostile out of play.
Thank you very much. Okay then, now, we've got a lot of things we can do. We've got another turncoat grenade, and if I could get both of you with the same grenade, that would be totally awesome. It doesn't look like we can, however. Still, there's not much reason not to use a grenade, even on a single target when we've only got one engagement.
Grenade out!
We may as well be quite liberal with these grenades for now. And perfect. Bad luck on the miss, though. Right, so with that, we can now decide who we're going to try and take down. The next person who's going to be able to take a shot will be the Legionnaire. Can we possibly get that Legionnaire? That is, I very much doubt it. Very, very much doubt it, but, you know. I wonder if we could bind them. That wouldn't be so bad, you know. Well, we can always try.
You, come here.
I would be surprised if we could bind. Well, maybe we can. Okay, sure. Let's see how that works. I would have thought that they would be resistant to that kind of attack, from being quite flexible. We've got a couple of options over here. First and foremost, I could just lob a turncoat grenade. This is more useful than Battle Madness, simply because it takes someone out of the running for a while. Not only does it cause them to attack on their turn, but it also causes them to miss the next one. And pop. Thank you very much. Now, this stage, I do want to try and get Stupor going on a few peeps, simply so that we can improve Verge's combat abilities. And you're down for 2 turns anyway. Oh yeah. And someone else as well, please. Sure, we'll go for the Legionnaire over there as well.
Enemies all around you.
Not gonna lie, that always creeps me out.
There we go. Did you resist? You might have, to some extent. There we are, a little bit of healing as well. Perfect. Alright, now all of their turns will basically be skipped. Alright. And there we are, perfect. Right, now I can give cooperation, or I can go for chain shot. I can throw a shock grenade, which would further stun a bunch of people. Don't need to use it just yet, though. We can have pin down, don't need it. Preparation, nanomed kit, don't need it really. A safeguard on Cherub might be useful, but it's actually less necessary than on Terminal. Simply because Terminal has no shield. Well, let's get that going. There we go. Thanking you. And now, cooperation would give someone an immediate turn. Don't really need that as such. Though, if I used it on Talk, I believe it would allow Talk to sustain her bind. Can I get that on Talk? No, I can't do that on Talk. Okay, fair enough then. Well, with that, let's see about chain shot. Who've we got? 87, 81. Honestly, we do enough damage by default. There's no point in going for these multiple shots. I could go for that, and it might actually wipe both of them out. Let's try. One down. That did actually remove them from Verge's network, unfortunately. Bit of oversight there, I guess, but alright, let's get a kinetic shield on. We're gonna go for Verge. Oh, we can't see Verge. Never mind then, we're gonna go for Talk.
Popping and blocking.
There you go. Now let's take out. We can go for the Trooper. Let's go for the Hitman. I believe the Hitman is the only one that's got Overwatch active.
Hostiles
simply
gone.
because they likely, similar to Blue Blood, probably have an ability which triggers if they don't do anything or don't move during a turn. And sustain the bind. There we go. Perfect. And now, Verge, you are in play. Now then, let's drop down a couple more attacks. Sure, let's grab you. And stunned. And now, the trooper as well, please.
Show them how you feel.
No match for you.
There we go. Now, Berserk removed over there is a problem.
Won't stop us.
Thankfully, decided to go for someone who has a kinetic shield. Now, the Cobra is going to be missing their turn, but you will be able to act. Unfortunately, Terminal does not have a kinetic shield. Oh, you're going for Torque again.
I have your number now.
There we are.
Ouch. You okay?
Okay, so with that, I could lob a grenade. If I could get it all the way over there, it wouldn't be too bad, but it doesn't look like we can, unfortunately. So given that, let's just go for the regular shot on the trooper, I guess. Sure, 87. Probably going to execute with this.
Barely got through the armor.
Okay, I'm a little bit
Good
surprised.
effort.
It was a good effort, yeah. Alright, let's get a supercharge off. There we go. Everyone's weapons, please be better. Got one action available. We could use fanfire. Don't need it, I don't think. Got 100% on the trooper. Will easily take them down. But for a 79 on the Legionnaire, I would sooner just remove the... well, actually, the Cobra's up after a little while. But still, that does remove the Cobra completely from play. But in such a way as the Cobra will still be contributing to Verge's network there. Now, we could advance at this point. Draw the Muton in. Bind it, hopefully. Let's see what we can do. I would like the Muton. There we go, 92%
Time for
chance.
a face-to-face.
Yoink. And bind.
Just go to sleep.
There we go. Perfect. And with that done, I do believe the Verge will be able to Mind Flay. It'll end the turn though, but the Mind Flay should, I believe, do enough damage to take out the Hitman. That being said, yeah, it's only got 2 HP.
Your will
We are guaranteed to do it. It's 2 to 3 damage. It only has enough
Hostile pacifier.
to sustain it.
Lucky.
It doesn't have enough to sustain even the lowest roll. There we go. Everyone's lightly wounded. Not the best, cleanest engagement, but it was only superficial wounds, realistically. So that wasn't too bad. We still managed to capture 5 enemies, which guarantees us an extra 20 intel. Though, how much we need the intel at this late stage of the game, I do not know. There we go. Lonely Herald, weapon. 50 credits, 20 intel, earned from captured enemies. Unrest in Angler's Point has risen to 3, unrest in Old Town has risen to 4. From the archives, by 2042, the district known as The Fringe will undergo a 3-year transformation into Garland Park, a mixed commercial residential zone with full xenoscaping. Until then, enjoy authentic extraterrestrial cuisine at local establishments. Caution, for your own safety, please avoid the district's quarantine zone. There you go. Okay, scavenger market is open today.
The continued
Very nice.
protest of the starport's closure grew contentious as several terrestrial supremacist groups arrived to counter-protest, said Artisan Glorva of the Shipworkers League.
These people share the beliefs of those who killed Mayor Nightingale. They seek to provoke us, while the city does nothing.
A masked spokesperson
Interesting.
from Earth Above All insisted otherwise. Alien pilgrimage? They want access to armed starships inside that port. Of course we're here to say otherwise. More on this story as it develops. Channel 37, Celio Dash reporting.
The hit trigger is very tempting. That 10% chance that we wouldn't consume ammo, or we can have a guarantee that we'll have an extra 3 ammo. Now this one I'm really tempted with. In fact, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to buy that one. I guess there's no particular reason why we can't buy both, though. Sure, we'll buy both. I could grab the superior laser sight, but I don't really make use of the laser sights so much as other items, really. Now, city map, we should have some activities going down. We do not have Dragnet, which is unfortunate. as whichever one we go for is liable to cause a bit of an issue. Yeah, it's going to increase whichever one by 2. But that being said, if we go for the warehouse, well, actually, no, both of them are security districts. So in either case, it'll actually be okay. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead with vigilance, and we are going to pull down Old Town's unrest completely. There we go. Nice and easy. It's going to take us 4 turns, but if we use that on Old Town again, when those 4 turns are up, then we can perpetually keep Old Town from going bad, which is actually quite nice. We are going to go with the higher reward, and that'll give us 70 intel. However, before we do, because we're going to get the 70 intel, I'll go ahead and buy that. I may as well. We're about to make a lot of intel on this mission, so with that done, let's go ahead and support 31 PD raid. An anonymous tip suggests a nondescript apartment is a stash house connected to our current investigation. 31 PD requires reclamation backup for their planned raid. Very well. Let's get out there and help. There we go. Unrest in Old Town is lowered to 1. Unrest in Old Town is lowered to 1. And unrest in Switchyard has risen to 2. Thankfully, there was no opposition at the stash house. Still, 31 PD is grateful for the assist. Okay, assembly complete. Sacred coil equipment. Fantastic. Now, let's go ahead and have a look at the new supply items.
Today before 3-1 PD could break up protesters clashing outside the starport. Commissioner Maloof condemned the fighting.
Of course, protesters should speak their minds. We won a war for that privilege. But 3-1 PD will not tolerate violent protest.
Artisan Glorva of the Shipworkers League issued a statement.
We follow your rules, and yet only mutons were injured today. If 3-1 PD can or will not protect us, we will protect ourselves.
This is Celio Dash with Channel 37.
That is particularly topical right now, and I don't know how I feel about it in general. Wow. Right, bubble grenades. Yikes. Places all units in the affected area in stasis for a short time. When Xcom scientists replicated the psionic stasis bubble through technological means, Xcom engineers figured out how to place that technology in a grenade case. Reclamation deploys Mark III showstopper grenades offensively to split hostile groups, or defensively to protect endangered squad members or VIPs. Kinetic Screen blocks the next attack that would damage the agent. Can target self or an ally. The kinetic screen provides a temporary protective shield for agents who find themselves in the open. So it's basically like Cherub's ability. And then the Bubble Weave. Bubble Weave automatically triggers when the agent carrying it reaches 0 HP. Instead of bleeding out, the agent will be placed in stasis until the start of their turn. The Bubble Weave is an emergency failsafe mechanism that automatically activates when an agent is on the brink of death. I mean, they sound okay, but this is probably the only one I'm really going to make use of, I would imagine. I'm going to go ahead and buy one of them. We'll see how that works out in the next engagement. But okay, we've gone ahead and gotten all of that. Now we can have a look at something else. We've got breach explosives, we have the ceasefire bomb, smoke bomb, flash bomb, Mastercraft assault rifles. I mean, it wouldn't be bad. Wouldn't be bad at all. 4 days on that one, though. I think we may go for the Mastercraft assault rifles, honestly. Sure. Let's begin. There we go. Now, training is still up for 3 days with Blue Blood there. And Spec Ops for Patchwork, only 2 days, which is quite nice. Now then, let's have a quick gander. We've got 1 day left on the Old Town before we can take the mission there in Old Town. The Fringe is up for grabs again. This time for Needle Ride. What would we get for this one? Armor piercing rounds, 35 intel and 50 credits. Okay. But Turncoat is available in Switchyard. Now, if we don't go to Switchyard, it is going to max out. That's just the way that one will be. If we go and have a peek in here, so despite the presence of the security division, yeah, we were very unfortunate that it picked this one straight away again. But what will we get in this one? Plated vest. It's an armor mod. Extra padding, armor mod. -1 unrest, and I mean, we'll pull it down, which is not too bad. And on the whole, then, that would actually leave us still with a fairly... I mean, there's unrest in the city, but it's not particularly bad. A notorious arms dealer has been targeted for elimination by our opposition. We need to extract him before they do. Well, looks like that'll be a one engagement fight down there, and this one, word from the Viper's Nest, a local smuggler requests our help in evading an imminent attack. In exchange, we'll receive information on our opposition. Probably both of them will be one engagement missions, but we're going to have to find out which one we go for in the next episode. I really do hope you've enjoyed this one, though, and will be joining me for the next. I feel that that last engagement didn't go too badly, actually. I mean, everyone got a little bit scratched, but it was just scratching. And if we can keep that up, then I wouldn't be too grumpy about it, let's say. It is always lovely when we get those flawless missions, though, has to be said. But that is going to be it for me. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.